Have you ever found yourself wide awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling while your thoughts spiral out of control? The room is dark and quiet, but your mind feels like it's running a marathon. You glance at the clock, frustrated. Why this time again? If this sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone, and you're not imagining it. For many people, especially as they get older, waking up at 3 a.m. isn't just a random occurrence. It can feel eerily consistent, almost like your body is trying to tell you something. And maybe it is. This isn't just about being a light sleeper or having too much on your mind. It turns out that waking up at the same time each night, especially during the early morning hours, can be a sign of deeper patterns at play. Your body follows a natural rhythm, and when that rhythm gets disrupted, it often speaks up in very specific ways. Sometimes that message shows up right at 3 a.m. Now, think about how sleep changes with age. It's not your imagination that it's harder to fall asleep or stay asleep as the years go by. Our sleep becomes lighter, more fragmented, and more vulnerable to interruptions, whether they're physical, emotional, or even hormonal. That 3 a.m. wake-up call? It might be your nervous system on high alert. It can feel unsettling, like your own body is betraying you just when you need rest the most. But the truth is, these wake-ups might be less of a betrayal and more of a signal, an invitation to pay closer attention to something going on under the surface. In this video, we're going to break down what could be happening when your body decides to wake you up in the middle of the night and how you can address it. More importantly, we'll discuss some simple things you can do to get better rest and feel more balanced during the day. Let's begin with something that often goes unnoticed, your body's internal clock. This natural rhythm, the circadian rhythm, plays a crucial role in managing your sleep-wake cycle. But as we get older, especially after our 60s, that clock doesn't always tick as smoothly as it once did. It can drift out of sync, making sleep more fragmented and less restorative. Take Joan, 67, retired and generally healthy, but lately, she's been waking up at 3 a.m., unable to fall back asleep. She's tried cutting caffeine, going to bed earlier, even warm milk, nothing seems to help. Across town, there's Robert, 70, who used to sleep like a rock his whole life. Now he finds himself wide awake in the middle of the night too, often staring at the ceiling for an hour before drifting off again just before sunrise. So, what's going on here? Your circadian rhythm works like a built-in schedule, gently signaling when it's time to wind down at night and when to wake up in the morning. But when this rhythm gets disrupted, it can trigger wake-ups at odd hours, 3 a.m. being one of the most common. Why 3 a.m.? That's typically when your body shifts from deeper sleep into lighter stages. If you're waking up at that time consistently, it might mean your body is struggling to transition smoothly between those phases. In some cases, this could be your internal clock waving a red flag, telling you that something in your routine, environment, or health needs attention. It's important to understand, these changes aren't in your head, they're rooted in biology. As we age, our bodies naturally produce less melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate sleep. At the same time, our circadian rhythm begins to shift. You might start feeling tired earlier in the evening and waking up earlier in the morning. That part's expected. But waking up in the middle of the night and staying awake? That usually points to something deeper that's worth exploring. Fortunately, there are simple ways to help reset and support your body's natural rhythm. One of the most effective is getting exposure to morning sunlight. Just 10 to 15 minutes of natural light shortly after waking up can reinforce your internal clock and help your brain register when the day begins. Another powerful adjustment is to opt for lighter evening meals. Large portions or rich foods late in the day can strain digestion and cause subtle blood sugar swings, both of which may disrupt your sleep hours later. Finally, incorporating gentle movement into your evening routine, like stretching, a bit of yoga, or a calm walk after dinner, can ease your body into a restful state without overstimulation. By making small, intentional shifts to support your circadian rhythm, You give your body the tools it needs to move through the night more peacefully, without that unwelcome 3 a.m. interruption. Let's explore another powerful reason you might be waking up at 3 a.m., stress and anxiety. Stress doesn't vanish with retirement, it often becomes quieter, more internal. In your 60s and beyond, stress can stem from big life changes like loss, declining health, or financial concerns. Sometimes, it's the accumulation of daily worries that go unspoken. Take Frank, 68, a retired school principal. His days are calm, but at night, he finds himself wide awake at 3 a.m., replaying past conversations or worrying about his health. Then there's Luis, 72, a retired mechanic who lost his spouse 2 years ago. His nights feel too quiet, and he often wakes with a sense of unease. Both men experience stress that doesn't show up during the day, it lingers beneath the surface, disrupting their sleep. Stress often waits until the world goes quiet. At night, as you lie down hoping for rest, your mind races with past events, worries, or future scenarios. This triggers the release of cortisol, the stress hormone. While cortisol is meant to help in dangerous situations, it can interfere with sleep when it spikes unnecessarily during the night, causing you to wake up. In traditional Eastern medicine, the 3 a.m. wake-up is thought to be tied to emotional processing, especially unresolved tension or worry. While this belief is rooted in culture, science supports the idea that this is when cortisol levels naturally rise, often interrupting sleep. Mental health is just as important to address. Feelings of anxiety, depression, or loneliness, especially in the quiet of night, can stir your mind when it's time to sleep. These emotions aren't weaknesses, they're human. Left unspoken, they can prevent restful sleep. So what can you do? Start with relaxation techniques. Deep breathing, mindfulness, or progressive muscle relaxation can help calm your nervous system. Even 5 minutes of focused breathing can make a difference. Journaling is another simple tool. Writing down your thoughts before bed can clear mental clutter. If anxiety or racing thoughts become overwhelming, consider speaking with a counselor or therapist. It's not a sign something is wrong, it's taking care of your emotional well-being, just as you would your physical health. If you find yourself waking in the stillness of night with worries or restlessness, you're not alone. It may be your body's way of asking you to slow down and address the stress you're quietly carrying. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 3 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a video. Your support means a lot and helps us keep bringing you valuable content. Now let's dive into another key factor that might be causing those frustrating 3 a.m. wake-ups, your diet, specifically, what you're eating before bed. If you found yourself waking up in the middle of the night, your food choices, especially in the hours leading up to bedtime, could be playing a bigger role than you think. We often view food simply as fuel, but it has a profound effect on our sleep quality, particularly as we age. Take Jill, 62, and Emily, 68, both struggle with waking up at 3 a.m., but for different reasons tied to their evening habits. Jill enjoys tea and chocolate after dinner, unaware that the lingering caffeine may be disrupting her sleep. Even without coffee, caffeine in tea or chocolate can stay in the body for hours, quietly sabotaging rest. Emily, on the other hand, opts for spicy, filling meals late at night. These heavier foods may cause indigestion, making it harder for her body to fully relax. Certain foods and drinks can disrupt your sleep cycle and lead to waking up in the early morning hours. One major culprit is caffeine. Even if you're not drinking coffee late at night, caffeine can linger in your system longer than you might realize. It's found in teas, sodas, and even chocolate, so if you're consuming these in the late afternoon or evening, they could prevent you from falling into a restful sleep. You may not even realize it, but the effects of caffeine can cause you to wake up during the night, even if you're not consciously aware of it. If you're someone who enjoys a cup of tea or a piece of chocolate before bed, it might be worth experimenting with cutting them out to see if your sleep improves. On the flip side, heavy meals or spicy foods before bed can also disrupt your sleep. They can cause indigestion or discomfort, making it harder for your body to relax. When your stomach is busy digesting a large or spicy meal, it can prevent you from achieving deep sleep, often leading to wakefulness in the middle of the night. Try swapping those late-night meals for lighter, easily digestible options. A small serving of whole grains, lean protein, or a handful of nuts can be a great choice. You could even experiment with a warm, non-caffeinated beverage like chamomile tea to help soothe your body and signal that it's time to wind down. Another powerful adjustment is to avoid eating too close to bedtime. Late-night meals can interfere with your body's ability to fully rest, triggering digestion and even subtle blood sugar fluctuations that can wake you up hours later. And sometimes, it's as simple as a nutrient deficiency that's throwing off your sleep. For example, low magnesium has been linked to poor sleep quality. Magnesium helps regulate the sleep-wake cycle, and when your levels are low, it can lead to waking up in the middle of the night. You might not immediately connect the dots, but symptoms like muscle cramps, restless legs, or waking up without feeling fully rested could be signs you need more magnesium in your diet. Making mindful changes to your evening eating habits can make a big difference in the quality of your sleep, helping you stay asleep longer and feel more rested in the morning. Let's talk about hydration, an often overlooked factor in those 3 a.m. wake-ups. Many people, especially as they age, don't realize that even mild dehydration can disrupt sleep. When your body's dehydrated, it can trigger stress responses that wake you up during the night. The key is staying hydrated throughout the day but avoiding large amounts of liquids before bed to prevent those middle-of-the-night bathroom trips. Take George, 68, and Tom, 72. George sips water steadily throughout the day and cuts back after dinner. As a result, he rarely wakes to use the bathroom. Tom, on the other hand, tends to forget to drink water until the evening, then gulps down 2 glasses before bed. He finds himself waking at 3 a.m., not because he's dehydrated, but because his bladder can't wait. And that brings us to another common issue, bladder function. If you're over 60, changes in bladder function are normal. Even if you drink little before bed, you might still wake up around 3 a.m. for bathroom visits. For men, this could be linked to an enlarged prostate, while women might experience bladder issues due to hormonal changes. To manage nighttime disruptions caused by bladder issues, start by adjusting your hydration habits. One effective strategy is front-loading your water intake. Drink more fluids earlier in the day and taper off in the evening, giving your body ample time to process liquids before bedtime. This simple shift can help reduce those dreaded late-night bathroom trips. It's also important to pay attention to what you're drinking. Caffeine and alcohol, even consumed earlier in the day, can have lingering effects on your bladder. If you've been enjoying a glass of wine or a cup of tea late into the evening, it might be time to reconsider that part of your routine. These substances act as diuretics, increasing the need to urinate, so try cutting back after lunch and opting for soothing, non-caffeinated drinks like herbal tea or water instead. In addition, strengthening your bladder control can go a long way in improving your sleep. Simple pelvic floor exercises like Kegels can help tighten the muscles that support bladder function. By doing these exercises regularly, you'll improve your ability to hold urine overnight and reduce those nighttime trips to the bathroom, all without the need for medication. It's all about finding the balance that works for you. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights meaningful, please comment number 5 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a video. Your support means a lot and doesn't just help us create, it helps us reach others who need this inspiration too. Now let's take a closer look at how your physical health and exercise routine might be affecting your sleep. Regular exercise is essential for maintaining good health at any age, but did you know that the timing of your workouts could play a big role in how well you sleep? Take Bob, 67, who likes to stay active and hit the gym after dinner, but lately, he's been waking up in the middle of the night, restless and wide awake. His evening workouts, while healthy, are raising his heart rate and body temperature too close to bedtime, keeping his body in go mode when it should be winding down. Then there's Janet, 64, who faced a similar issue until she moved her workouts to earlier in the day. Now she takes brisk morning walks or does light yoga in the afternoon, and she sleeps soundly through the night. It's a simple shift in timing, but it made all the difference. Exercise can do wonders for your sleep, but when and how you move really matters, especially as you age. While physical activity helps regulate hormones, ease stress, and deepen sleep, timing is everything. If you're squeezing in a workout too close to bedtime, your body might still be running hot, literally. Exercise raises your core temperature and boosts adrenaline, which can keep you feeling wired when you should be winding down. That's why it's best to wrap up moderate or vigorous workouts at least 3 to 4 hours before bed. Morning or early afternoon activity works even better, syncing with your natural circadian rhythm to support better rest. That said, not all movement is off limits in the evening. In fact, gentle activities like stretching, tai chi, a bit of yoga, or a quiet walk after dinner can help calm your nervous system and prepare your body for rest. Slow, focused breathing and relaxed movement signal to your brain that it's time to shift into recovery mode. The real key is consistency. Staying active most days of the week, even for just 20 to 30 minutes, can help regulate your sleep hormones, reduce stress, and improve your mood, all of which makes sleep easier to come by. Think brisk walking, swimming, or cycling, anything that gets you moving without overexertion. And if you're someone who tends to wake up at 3 a.m. with a racing mind, daytime activity can help lower cortisol levels and quiet that mental buzz before it starts. Finally, be kind to your body. As we get older, recovery becomes more important. Overdoing it, especially late in the day, can leave you achy, restless, or overly alert at bedtime. Choose movements that feel good, build gradually, and match your energy level. With the right balance of daytime movement and evening calm, you can train your body to sleep deeper and longer, without relying on pills or quick fixes. Let's dive into the importance of sleep hygiene, a game changer for improving your sleep quality. Sleep hygiene refers to the habits and environment that signal to your body it's time to wind down, and it's just as crucial as any other factor we've discussed. Take Bob, 65, and Jack, 70. Bob struggles with 3 a.m. wake-ups. His room is cluttered, the TV blares late into the night, and intense news keeps his mind racing. Jack used to have the same problem, until he changed his routine. Now, he dims the lights, takes a warm bath, listens to calming music, and keeps his room cool and dark with blackout curtains and a fan. While Bob's habits disrupt his sleep, Jack's peaceful environment helps him sleep with ease. A few simple changes can make all the difference. To improve your own sleep hygiene, start by creating a calming bedtime routine. Dimming the lights, avoiding stimulating activities, and opting for relaxing ones, like a warm bath, reading, or listening to soothing music, will signal to your body it's time to wind down. Next, pay attention to your bedroom environment. As we age, our sensitivity to light increases, and even small amounts of light can disrupt sleep. Blackout curtains, a sleep mask, and turning off screens can help. Noise, too, can be a sneaky disruptor, so try a white noise machine or a fan to mask disturbances. Get plenty of natural light during the day, even for just 15 to 20 minutes. This helps reset your internal clock. At night, dim the lights to create a calming atmosphere. Consider your evening eating habits too. If you're waking up hungry, a light protein-rich snack before bed can stabilize blood sugar and prevent early wake-ups. Finally, be mindful of evening screen time. Blue light from phones, tablets, or TV can suppress melatonin and keep you from winding down. Instead, try a calming audiobook, soft music, or even light stretching. By adjusting your sleep environment, routine, and habits, You can create a space that helps your body recognize it's time for rest, improving both the quality and consistency of your sleep. What's one small change that's helped you sleep better? Share it below. Your tip could help someone else. Interestingly, some people develop learned behaviors around sleep. If you've been waking up at 3 a.m. for a while, your body may have become accustomed to it. Over time, your mind starts to expect that wake-up call, and even if there's no clear physical cause anymore, it can become a habit. It's like a feedback loop. Wake up once at 3 a.m., and your brain might start to see it as part of your routine. This makes it harder to fall back asleep, even when the original reason for waking up has long passed. Meet Alan, 68, and Teresa, 67, both recently retired and both waking up like clockwork at 3 a.m. For Alan, it started with stress. But even now, with life calmer, he still wakes up like clockwork. His body's gotten used to it. What began as a response to stress has turned into a habit that's tough to break. Teresa's case is different. She goes to bed around 9 p.m. and wakes at 3 a.m. feeling alert, not anxious. Turns out, she was simply done sleeping. As we age, our bodies often need less rest, and for Teresa, 6 solid hours was enough. Now she sleeps later and wakes up refreshed. Alan's trying the same, adjusting his bedtime and adding a relaxing evening routine to reset his rhythm. Here's something that might surprise you. Sometimes we wake up at 3 a.m. because we're simply done sleeping. As we age, our sleep needs change. While younger adults may need 7 to 9 hours of sleep, many people over 60 find that 6 or 6.5 hours is enough to feel refreshed. So if you're heading to bed around 9 or 9:30, and waking up at 3, it could just be your body's way of saying, "I'm rested." That doesn't mean you need to start your day at 3 a.m., but it does suggest that adjusting your sleep schedule could help. If you shift your bedtime to around 10:30 or 11, you might sleep through the night without waking up in that frustrating 3 a.m. window. Ultimately, the key is quality, not quantity of sleep. You might spend 8 or 9 hours in bed, but if you're tossing and turning or waking multiple times, your body won't feel truly rested. On the other hand, 6 solid hours of deep, uninterrupted sleep can leave you feeling incredibly refreshed. Sometimes, it's not about sleeping more, it's about sleeping better. Remember, waking up at 3 a.m. is not an insurmountable problem, it's a clue that your body is giving you to help you understand what might be out of balance. Whether it's your diet, stress levels, exercise routine, or sleep environment, addressing the root cause is the key to getting the rest you deserve. The great news is that many of these changes can be small adjustments that make a big difference. By taking the time to care for your body and mind, you're setting yourself up for a more restful, restorative sleep. And remember, it's never too late to take action. You have the power to reclaim your sleep and feel more refreshed and energized each day. So if you've been waking up at 3 a.m., take this as an opportunity to listen to your body. Try making 1 or 2 adjustments and see how it feels. You might just be surprised at the improvement in your sleep quality and how it affects your overall well-being. If this video resonated with you, take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories and advice for changes you have made to improve your sleep. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more practical tips to help you feel your best in your golden years. And if you found this helpful, share it with a friend who might benefit. Because here's the truth, we're all in this together, and every small step toward a restful sleep is worth celebrating. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until next time, remember this, you are capable of more than you know. Here's to living all your days with strength, connection, and revitalizing sleep.